As I'm at 64, Josh, and today's daily vlog is going to be all about perspective. So we've been talking a lot about like content creation tips and kind of the mindset going in like that. And this is something I'm super passionate about, like super passionate about. I really, 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 really enjoy, trying to motivate people and help people if they're stuck or if they're possibly going to hit some of the walls that I've hit on my journey. And so we're doing this live, twitch.tv/N64Josh. What's up, Pudding, Delmonic, Jedi, iHenny, Rustbelt, Nate, anybody else that's just in here lurking? I appreciate you guys. Really, really, chat's saying really. So I want to talk about perspective though, because I have a terrible perspective of myself. I've always had a very I've never held myself in very high regard, and sometimes there was false humility mixed in with this kind of stuff. And so what's happened is a lot of times, even if you try not to do this, even if you try not to identify with like your job or things like this, as people, we oftentimes grab different identity pieces, right? And I've always been really frustrated by my work. So much so, in fact, that like I get embarrassed to tell people what I do because I'm like I dislike it so much. And so, and hey, fun fact, I build kitchen cabinets right now. I work for my dad. I've been doing it for 10 years. And I no longer care that that's what I do. Like, it just kind of hit me today that I don't have to I don't, that's not what defines me, right? The place I work, it doesn't define me. It doesn't define me. And through some encouragement, I've started looking for the good, right? Looking for the things that are good in what I do there. Now, why do I bring this up? This is we talk about content creation, we talk about gaming, things like that. Well, I'm very driven. I'm very driven. If you guys know me, you know I'm driven. I get up at 2:30, I go to the gym, I'm at work by 4, I'm on my feet until 2. I don't eat until 6 in the evenings. I stream from like 3 to 6. Then I do podcasts, YouTube videos, write articles. I've written books. Like, I'm very driven. And part of that drive comes from me hating my job so much. Because I hated my job, I'm like, I'm going to work my face off so that I can get out of there. Here's what happens. Here's what I've realized. I can't be the best me if I'm focused on how much I hate a circumstance, or if I'm waiting for a circumstance to change before I actually accept myself or like myself. So if my perspective can change and I can just see that, you know what, this is nothing more than a job. It has helped me buy a house, fed my kids, right? We've survived with this job. It's fine. Nothing glamorous. There's things that are really bad about it. I have no retirement, no insurance, things like that. It's not good. It's not what you want to do. But every attempt I've had to get out has been unsuccessful. So you just keep pressing on, right? And I feel now that I'm going to, going forward with this new perspective and realizing that there's, and I knew this stuff, right? It's not like I didn't know. I knew my job did not define me. It didn't. But taking this new perspective and just going like, looking for the good, celebrating it even, not just looking for it, but celebrating it. And then going forward is going to make me a better me. And when I'm a better me, I'm going to produce better content. I'm going to be just a better person all around, you know? And I'm excited. I'm excited. And so I want to encourage anybody that's in a similar boat. Maybe you haven't reached the level of success that you're hoping to. But if that level of success is what defines you as a success or a failure, I want to encourage you to change your perspective. Because that's not what defines you as a success or a failure. It doesn't. It doesn't. If you're failing, it means you're in the game, right? It means you're in the ring. It means you are taking steps to improve yourself and you're working towards a goal, towards success, whatever that is. Not doing any of that, not taking any steps, that's where failure lies, where you're not doing anything. If you have the ability to fail, it means you are on the path towards success, period. So you don't, what I constantly do is I put this idea of success at such a lofty goal for what success is in my mind, that if I didn't reach it, I was a failure, right? If you guys read my book, you know I've talked about it in there, and it's something that kind of just it would creep back in. And the more I can celebrate the small wins, learn from the failures, and continue moving forward, I'm going to be the best me. Delmonic in chat says, if you are able to provide for your family, keep food on the table, keep them clothed and sheltered, nothing to be ashamed. There you go. There you go. And so that's the truth. But my perspective was success was here. I was here. And I have a feeling, had I even reached there, I just would have raised that bar. I would have raised that bar and been like, well, it probably wasn't raised high. Like, I just had to change my perspective. And as perspective changed, and as it continues to change, and I continue to grow, I know that it's going to affect every part of my life. It's going to give me more motivation. I'm going to be more energetic. I'm going to be hopefully firing on all cylinders and more focused and less worried about trying to reach, the lofty goal of success, and just start reaching for those smaller goals on the way to success. That's it. That's what I want to leave you with. If you're working towards something and you've set that goal, and this is from my book. If you've set that goal, remember, if you're going towards the goal, you're not a failure. It's just like when you fire it up. This is directly from my book. You fire up Super Mario Brothers. You play the first level. Do you consider yourself a failure until, you beat the whole game? No, you get excited every time you complete a level. You hit the flag, right? And then you move to the next level, and you've learned from the first levels how to get past the later levels when things get more difficult. And that's it. So hopefully these are words of encouragement. Hopefully you can take them and maybe change your perspective, view yourself in a much better light, because you are good enough. You can do this. You just gotta keep working at it. Be positive. That's it. Right? That way, when opportunity arises, you're ready. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. You got anything to add to this? Any questions? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.